Hi, this is Jessiqa Pace with MB Weekly, and today I'm exploring the Manhattan Beach art scene. Manhattan Beach has traditionally leaned more surf skate culture than fine art. Manhattan Beach has a ton of visitors, but they come here looking for the beach, for the beach life, palm trees, and a relaxed scenic experience, right? Well, that said, there is a growing shift towards a more curated cultural experience, and contemporary art is becoming part of its identity. Today, I'm going to talk to some of the curators here in Manhattan Beach who are single-handedly elevating the taste of this community. These are the tastemakers. These are the ones guiding the aesthetic of this community. Does it have its own identity as an art scene? All right, I'm at Walstory Gallery. This is in Manhattan Beach. If you have not been in this gallery, please come in, visit the gallery, and talk to the owner, Harry Knapp. Harry is an artist. He is a local artist, lives here in Manhattan Beach, and you can find his work on the walls here. This piece here with the whale tails is actually Harry's, as well as other art pieces here in the gallery. So definitely come and visit and see his work, as well as a incredible group of artists that he personally curated from shows like Art Basel and people that he's met here in Manhattan Beach and the South Bay, and then are also around the world. You can follow them on Instagram. Their Instagram handle is below. And I just highly recommend getting in tune with the art scene here, because it takes a village, right? It takes a community to elevate anything, and art is one of those things that makes us feel something. It says something about where we are in the world. And if you're a creative and you want to elevate your own home, I highly recommend investing in art, especially local art. If you're also coming in from out of town and you're looking for a really great place to see local artists as well as kind of that local art vibe, check out Walstory here in Manhattan Beach. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of aesthetic here. There's a lot of color. I think the biggest thing I'm seeing for South Bay artists and South Bay art in general is color. Color, texture, vibrancy, movement, motion. This artist here is Diane Portwood. I guess she's an astrophysicist, which is quite interesting. And her frames are incredible. Beautiful, beautiful frames. And then these bodies, this one is has a helmet on, so almost like an astronaut who's sort of dripping off the frame, but dripping sideways. As if gravity doesn't exist. I love this piece. Again, the frame, right? It looks like it's hand carved with some kind of gold leaf or bronze paint, gold paint. But again, we're seeing the piece as if it's an astronaut or somewhere where the space defies gravity. I love the red lips that are dripping off the frame. This is Harry Knapp. This is actually the gallery owner. He did this piece. Harry has been in the film industry for 40 years and turned towards art and painting. And this piece right here is he has a story. Lots of vibrant colors. You see those blues, those pinks, those yellows, very similar to a lot of the other artists that we're seeing in this area, the same kind of color palette. And then this one is a little bit surrealist. You have a surfer here, and then you have a small window into what looks like a portal or some other dimension. This does have a story, and if you're interested in that story, I would come in and speak to Harry, because it's quite a lovely, has a lot of meaning, a lot of deep meaning, personal meaning for him. Over here, I have an artist named Cyrus Walker. This is the one that looks a lot like Lichtenstein to me. I think the pieces are quite large in scale, lots of color. Also, I'm going to just turn the camera around this way. I love this artist too. This artist behind me. These almost look like photographs. It's just lovely and ethereal, and kind of reminds me of maybe a classic Dutch painting. It's fun also to hear about these artists, hear about their journey, their story, and what they're trying to say, or even speculating what you think they're trying to say and how you feel when you look at the art. I think that's the point of art, is to feel something, to really feel something.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
I'm Brent.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you. Can we come in?
Yeah, come on in. This is my home/gallery/art museum, if you will. So I'm most famous for paintings of stuffed animals. That's how I really built my career. But I'd say one of my art superpowers is I love creating all sorts of different things. So in a little bit, I'll show you my Manhattan Beach, South Bay inspired paintings. But these are some of my stuffed animal pieces. If you probably notice, everything I create is wildly different. So I never paint the same way twice. I painted stuffed animals a million times, but every one of them I hope has kind of a different life and feel and character to it. This is a cute one. This is from my Fur Faces series, which I did about 40 pieces in this series, and this is the very last one. This is a nice little indoor studio. I mean, all these paintings, honestly, that you're seeing here were painted plein air in the location. I mean, this is at the bottom of 19th Street, Lifeguard Tower 18. That's the bottom of 19th Street looking north. And then this is same location looking south. This was the first Manhattan Beach Pier painting. Another painting I'll never sell. I found my art really connects, again, from a 1-year-old to a 100-year-old. I want to really introduce great art to the South Bay.
I'm here with Brent Estabrook, who is a prominent artist here in the South Bay, and he has been gracious enough to show us his home and studio. First of all, do you identify yourself as a Manhattan Beach artist or a South Bay artist?
I don't know. I actually haven't thought about that. You know, normally I just tell people I'm an LA artist, but I'm a Manhattan Beacher at soul now. Like this is home, and this is home forever now. I'm never leaving the South Bay. It's way too nice down here. Yeah. I hope in the near future I can proudly say I'm an MB artist because, you know, this is where the art scene's at. I guess if everything goes according to plan, this will be the art scene down here. But even as I say that, I'm still like, I'm so protective of the privacy of the South Bay. Like I get it. It's so good down here. And like I said, I lived in downtown LA for 10 years and I never heard once somebody talk about the South Bay. Best kept secret in LA.
Do you think that you're kind of pushing, you know, the limits, the boundaries of those traits with your work, what the content of your work as well as the style of your work, or if you're falling sort of in line with what South Bay art is?
I guess I recognize in the kind of art world, I'm a bit of a different thing in the South Bay, for lack of a better word. I've had a really prominent career in the LA art scene and essentially the world art scene, and seeing how people react out here, from whether it's my stuffed animal paintings to my plein air Manhattan Beach paintings, I'm seeing people really connect with it, almost in a weird way, almost as if they're seeing art for the first time. There is an art scene out here, but it's I don't think it has the appreciation yet that, you know, like a New York art scene or an LA art scene has. And I really hope to bring that kind of level of appreciation for art and ultimately creativity, whether it's in art, music, film, whatever it may be. So I really want to bring that to the South Bay.
Who are the tastemakers of the South Bay in terms of art? Who's the ones pushing it, defining it, and are you one of those tastemakers?
Whoa. I would like to believe I am, but I really just kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't really pay attention to what other artists are doing. Nothing against them. I'm so focused in the world that I'm building. And I would like to think I'm a tastemaker. And I'd like to think the people collecting my art are tastemakers. I mean, I would think they are, from my perspective.
If you're into art and you like art, it is a invaluable part of the home. That's where the feeling is. That's where the soul is. Art is where the soul is in the home. Also, art is an incredible lubricant for conversation. So if you are looking to create a space where people engage with your environment and they engage with you as the homemaker, as the homeowner, art is an excellent way to do that. Is this a true art movement here in Manhattan Beach? Or is Manhattan Beach just simply a satellite of the Los Angeles art scene? Throw in some waves and some palm trees and call it lovely. As you can see behind me, these utility boxes, you pass by these utility boxes every day and you don't realize it, but a lot of thought goes into the beautification of any community.
Hi, my name is Nichole Blackburn and I'm a local fine artist and muralist in the South Bay, and I wanted to talk about these utility boxes I designed for the city of Manhattan Beach. What I did was initially create a large-scale painting on canvas of this wave, and then from there we digitized it, and after digitizing it, then it was sent out to a graphic designer who created these beautiful wraps, and the utility boxes are wrapped in this weatherproof material that has the artwork at full resolution. I submitted several pieces of my favorite artwork that I thought would represent the South Bay and Manhattan Beach, and this one was chosen. It's a beautiful wave mural. For this, I really wanted to incorporate something that had to do with the Pacific Ocean, but I also wanted to reflect the color palette that we have here in the South Bay, because our Pacific Ocean isn't just blue. It's got these gorgeous greens, it's got different colors of blue, and I really wanted that to read through in this because that directly represents South Bay and Manhattan Beach.
Did we decide what is the art scene in Manhattan Beach? I'm still having trouble identifying any kind of through line. If I had to define any characteristic for art in Manhattan Beach in the South Bay, it would have to be color, movement, momentum would be another characteristic, maybe vibrant light. These aesthetics are inspired by the surroundings. I mean, look around at this place. You have this raking, vibrant, beautiful light and lots of color. But the truth is that art is not a priority here in Manhattan Beach or the South Bay. It's a niche market. It's curated by these tastemakers that tell people what to hang on their wall, you know, what they should like. If we were in New York or Paris and you're a collector, you are buying a piece and then you are designing the room around the piece. And in the South Bay, not so much. Is there an art scene in the South Bay, in Manhattan Beach? I don't know. You got to tell me. You could argue it either way. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jessiqa Pace. I'm here with MB Weekly. If you want to subscribe to the newsletter, please go to mbweekly.net and get that newsletter coming into you every week. You'll be up to date on news and current events here in Manhattan Beach. Great newsletter. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and remember, MB Weekly, once a week, but never weekly. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.